Come on, everybody, let's start the show. A quick ahoy hoy and away we'll go. Richard's got a minifig and Flynn's got a pin. The gang's all here and it's time to begin. Tricky Bricks roll call. Moto, Holly, Kara, and sometimes Blair, Clicky, Logan, Ms. Thing and Angela, and Thunderman Ho! Now you're here to grab your bricks and let's go to the Tricky Bricks Build and Check Show!
Ahoy, hoy, friends!
Ahoy, hoy, friends! Oh my goodness, we look like we're in a tomb.
Oh, I know.
It happens sometimes.
And we've got our holiday red back there.
We do have our holiday red background.
A little haunted.
That's okay. Haunted Christmas is totally okay with me. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
No, that's
oh,
not great
heavens.
Yeah, we'll just stick there. How about
You know, friends, the first 15 seconds of our stream is always exciting. Especially exciting.
that? Especially if you're into tech mistakes, because that's what we do here. Lift up a little more. There we go.
Right. Well,
There
we're
we go.
super
Hi.
happy to see you this Sunday.
Yeah, it is Sunday. Hey, Shy Time is here. How's it going? Lisa Head, Hooded One, Brick Jedi, seeing lots of people. Oh my goodness.
We had a fun time building yesterday.
We did have a fun time building yesterday, and we'll talk more about that when our special guest of the day arrives.
Sure.
But we are doing. It's been an action-packed, stream-filled weekend.
Oh, it's true. We had our special, we had a Friday night show.
We did. We had a Friday evening show where we checked out the Build Together feature. I almost said function again. Feature of the instructions app, which was fun and also a little frustrating in parts. So you can definitely go back and check out that. We had some special guests with us. Claire, the plastic architect, and her boyfriend Sands were here live in the studio.
Overall, I'd say it was a thumbs up experience, but it is beta, so they've got a few things.
Yeah,
they
definitely got some things to work out. And I say this having now we've built a large set with it and a small set, and they both had kind of separate, the same-ish, but different things that were issues, but still not bad. And then, of course, if you haven't seen it yet, do please check out our Friday show where we did a review of 3 of the 2022 Friends sets.
The exciting new Friends offerings.
They were so great. Like, they are just so fantastic, and there's so much to love there. So please do check that out, and maybe even give it a little thumbs up because it helps get it out there. You could also give a thumbs up like to this stream if you think you might potentially have a good time while you're here, which I expect you probably will.
Yeah, you might not think so, but Lego notices.
They do. It's true. It's true. And you know who else notices?
Who?
Oh, it's Richard. Rick the Brick. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, let us, shall we kick things off with our guests?
This custom Rick the Brick plush is from our friend Dave Robinson.
I know. It was a really cool, pretty awesome. All right. So let's invite our cast of irregulars on for today. Always good to see them. So let's say hi from the Pacific Northwest. It is Holly. Hi, Holly.
Ahoy, everyone.
How are you doing today? Happy holidays. It's nice to see you, as always. We don't get to see each other as much as or at least we don't get to communicate with each other as much anymore because working and things, and Sundays is true. Sometimes our only time to see each other.
You used to go for long walks in Animal Crossing.
We did. We went for long talks on the phone, and like now it's a Sunday thing, but that's okay too. Any time that we get to spend with you, Holly.
It's been a busy year. Uh-oh, Irregular Mom is here.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Hi,
Mom's
Lise.
here.
Hi, Mom.
So, hey, let's keep on keeping on, shall we?
All right.
From across the bay, it is Minifig Chick. Hi, Kara.
Hey, how is everybody?
Good. How are you?
Morning.
Good.
Have you gotten all your Christmas shopping done?
I think I have.
Very good.
I have to wrap things, but I don't know. How about y'all?
Well, our house has room for one thing, right? And we're doing Christmas dinner, and we're doing holiday decorations, and we're doing Lego building, and we're reorganizing the apartment. So it's exciting around here.
It's very exciting. There's a lot going on.
You know what that's like? It's like that game with all the letters, and you can only move one at a time.
Oh, uh-huh.
Next, we have and this is from an undisclosed location outside. Please, everybody, welcome Moto. Hi, Moto.
He's on the scene.
Hey, everybody.
What's going on? You have like a safety vest on, or no? Or is that just a bright hoodie?
That's a bright hoodie, but
Okay.
my plumbing, the main waste pipe from my house backed up 15 minutes before the show.
Oh, no.
Oh my
Let me
goodness.
flip the camera here.
No, we're not going to see it, right? Like, we're just going to see the pipe, not the actual thing. So
Well, I'm imagining that it's all that glitter that you've washed down the drain.
That's the way you that's the way you fix a plumbing main problem.
Wow.
And
Okay,
believe it or not, so the real problem is there's roots, which is not a good thing, but now I know what's causing it.
Yikes.
Okay, first of all, I want to note, like, it's amazing that you're doing this yourself and didn't just call somebody. Secondly, I just want everybody to appreciate the dedication that he backed up, but he's still here hanging out with us.
Well, what I'm going to do is, now that I've cleared the plug, I'm going to just be listening in, I think, to the live stream, and then I'll rejoin in maybe 15 minutes. Once I get the
Sounds good.
You're going to be listening to a couple of live streams.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we'll see you in a little bit, Moto.
in a little bit.
Bye.
Dedication.
I know that is. Now I see Blair is here, but the camera's not on, so we'll wait until he gets back to his camera to invite him on. And then we also have a special guest who will be joining us in just a little bit. Oh, there he is. He heard me. Blair, hi.
Archer.
Ahoy, hoy.
There.
Awesome hat.
Love
Well,
that.
you're in a different room today.
Small Lego crisis. I was trying to amend the cats who had gotten underneath my makeshift, more holiday-themed location, and I smashed my build. And then there was a cascade of other bricks trying to keep the cats away from all those bricks. So
Wow. So a sort of brick cascade, you might say.
yes.
Yes. Just sorry.
I see
I
what
had
you
to go
did
there.
there.
Do you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Had to go there.
That sounds like a legit catastrophe.
Yes.
Oh.
The kitten catastrophe for sure.
Well, can you describe to us? Can you give us a descriptive narration of the piece that once was?
Oh, you mean the piece that I've shared but is now no longer?
Uh-oh.
Is that the Krampus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
It was right here behind me, and I was going to pull it out, and they were getting underneath here to the guitars and musical instruments. And I was like, that's way too loud for live stream. And I turned around, and then everything just sort of happened. But it's okay. It's Lego.
You know what? You're with an audience that I think can 110% relate.
Yes. And also, I got to say, Hooded One says it's a catskade. Exactly.
Yeah, I can make all that magic happen even without kittens. So,
Why?
I know.
I pulled a
really
Moto
blame it on
while
cats.
Moto was on screen. So I might blame him a little. No, I'm just kidding. It was
Well, and I wanted to point out again the dedication. You had a brick cascade, and yet you are still here hanging out.
Yeah.
So everybody, we're gonna be saying hi to everybody in the chat here in a minute. So make sure and populate that list with your hellos, so we make sure that we get everybody. It is so. I wanted to mention that this is our last Sunday show of the year.
Wow.
I know. So, because next week is is Christmas weekend, and we decided to give everybody and us the weekend off so that we can all just enjoy the holiday without having, because the day after Christmas Day is always a bit of and I remember we did one similarly once before, and it was kind of like it turned into sort of the holiday hangover show, and it was, I mean, not a intense hangover, but it was still a lot, like
too many chocolate kisses.
Exactly. But we will still have 2 more Tricky Bricks shows before the end of the year. We have one coming up on on Christmas Eve. We will be doing, that's this coming up Friday, and we are going to be looking at some of the of Kate, who's going to be on soon, I'm sure. Kate and our picks from the Let's Build a Holiday Mashup challenge that is today is the last day for that. So we're going to be looking at those. And also, I know I saw Matthew Builds Bricks out there. Matthew, I wanted to let you know, we got your wonderful package in the mail yesterday.
What an awesome surprise.
And we will be opening it on Christmas Eve, on the Christmas Eve show. And then we will have one final show on Friday on New Year's Eve. Our last Tricky Bricks Build and Chat show will be on the last day of 2021.
2021. The last one of 2021.
And which should be fun. And who knows, we may even have some special guests joining us that day to talk about just sort of like the Lego / Tricky Bricks year in review show, if you will.
And we're not quite there yet. I'm sorry. We're not quite there yet, but we're almost going to be ready to start season 3. And what a season that's
I know. Can you believe that? In March, we will be celebrating 2 years on YouTube. That's crazy.
Holly does it perfect.
What's that?
Just that look.
I know. It's crazy.
Too much time. That's
I know. We've got some exciting stuff coming up that I'm really excited about for next year, including more Twitch streams, including more things here on this show that are going to be going on. So it should be a good
some
time.
Live mock building even.
Yes, some live mock building. Well, should we talk about that?
I think we should talk about that because I'm pretty excited.
I mean, we'll talk about that. So we, as you all know, we are going to be finally getting to show our work at the Lego House. It's been put off for 2 years. This next September,
what a roller coaster!
I know, my goodness. This next September, we're going to be going. So many of when we're not doing build challenges, many of our shows for 2022, including the Twitch streams, are going to be our journey to the Lego House and our working on our piece that we're going to be doing for Lego House on stream.
So we're just going to be bold. We're going to put it out there. If you are a little weary of the fast pace of the Tricky Bricks Build and Chat, and you think things go just a little too fast, tune into our mock building streams, and you can see things slow down.
And then you'll see us get up a lot. If you want to see us get up a lot, but that should be fun. Looking forward to that. But hey, let's say hi to everybody who is in the chat right now. Anna G is here, the Brick Jedi, Brickaroo Bonsai, Carolyn CCCCCCCC, Cowboy Cornado is here. Oh,
boy, howdy.
David Robinson, just talked about you earlier. Hey, Dave, how's it going? Debo Bricks, Fabufan MKE, Family Heart Bricks. Hello, Family Heart Bricks, and welcome. Not sure if we've seen you here before. If we have, welcome back. If we haven't, welcome for the first time. We've got Gergonzola, Heather Mraz, Holly is here, Hooded One, John Luttrell and Vicky. Cheers and happy holidays. We've got Johnny Cat is here. Hi, Johnny. Always wonderful to see you. We've got Lisa Head. And kicking, El Nerd, another new name.
Welcome.
Hello, welcome. And kicking off the Emscapades, we have Maraid, Matthew Builds Bricks, Minifig Chick, Monica Berry, Moto, and Ms. Slow Brickta. Hello, and welcome. We've got Patrick Wismer is here, Rob Zaccardi and the Zaccardis. Hello, Zaccardis. We've got the Brick Cove. Hi, Aubrey, how's it going? And look, Sarah Kim is here. Oh, that's always great. We've missed you so much, Kim. I know life gets busy and work and all the things, but it's always so nice when you can join us. And of course, bonsoir to Wilfred, wherever you may be. Usually he hops on partway through on Sundays. So, and I also saw Ooh, excuse me. Lego fan Bubbo's here, said hello a little earlier. Chris Panto, oh no, it isn't Chalice, is here. We've got, let's see. Oh, Jill Archer. Hi, Jill. Amper Up is here. Hello. My goodness, we're getting all these from everyone. I'll change your name starting with M, right? So awesome. Monica Berry is here.
Exactly. I'm Mitchard and you're Min.
Flynn.
The M is silent.
I know the M is silent. Exactly. Exactly. So cool. So we're very, very excited for the upcoming year. Now, I'm going to just real quick, I want to check out my... I got to check out some Instagram messages because I got to see if Kate has messaged me.
Oh, right.
She's on the way or is running late or what have you.
Well, I'm curious, Cara, what are you up to in Lego lately?
I am building Santa's sleigh.
Oh, fun with
now.
with
And I have a full baker's dozen of reindeer because I ordered them, and then I got the battle pack, so I have a herd.
Remember the great reindeer and sheep crunch? And now it's raining reindeer and sheep everywhere.
Hey, Charlie Giles, how's it going? Welcome back. Good to see you.
And I think, Blair, you're doing some remedial building right there?
So the crash has lit the fire, the Brickmaster fire under me to all my effort into my holiday, the whatever out of a set idea that I had right before the stream because I hadn't had a chance to work on one yet. So start of sitting here, I have begun holidayifying a set that I will be able to share.
Awesome. And and also, by the way, I wanted to let you know that after our show today at 1 p.m. PST on Instagram, we will be appearing with Kate, the BrickHuntress, for her reveal of all of the models that have been submitted for the Let's Build a Holiday mashup. And that it's been really fun checking out all of the stuff that people have done. And we had a lot of fun.
I know people have gone all out. I know we did rigging, we did lighting.
Oh, so I got to mention this. Okay, so once you reach a certain number of followers on Instagram, people start reaching out to you wanting to do like collaborations, or actually they're looking for ambassadors for their products, right? They basically want you to like plug their products. And I have received a bunch, and I love it because they always start off, "Hey, we've been looking at your content and we think it's really great, and we think you'd be the perfect ambassador for our product, which is fill in the blank mufflers." It is never anything that we would actually know. So I got one. Let's see. I'm going to just for a couple of them here. We've got activewear for ladies. We have a.
You said yes, right?
I did, and actually a second one for that, and then the one that I just got now, and I kind of would love to do this one. I love the. They want me to wear their newest Gothic jewelry.
Hey.
So maybe
you're getting closer.
You win.
Okay, so I guess it's not limited to people who have X number of followers. Apparently, like other people get these too. Okay, good. I'm glad.
I will notice that of the five invites to be ambassadors here, 4 involve lovely ladies.
Well, and
being lovely.
And I will say one of them was for a. How do I put this delicately? A gentleman's grooming tool.
Oh my.
That's really popular. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Trim my sideburns with it.
Definitely have not gotten that one. Thankfully.
Yeah, I was just like, no. Oh my goodness.
I actually went down the ambassador.
I'm glad to know that everybody gets those and it's not just like limited to a certain number of people, because that is ridiculous.
I would guess that you probably get more than most or some,
Well, you reach like what they'll start considering sort of an influencer level, right? Like that you have enough people that maybe you'll help get other people to buy stuff. I actually went down the rabbit hole of one of them. It was for some techwear stuff, and I had some cyberpunk things, and I was like, oh, they want ambassadors or whatever, and so I reached out, and it's just like a way to get people a discount. So it's kind of like a sly coupon advertisement in a way. I was like, oh no, you're not actually going to like give me some free swag so that I can show off your stuff, like a quid pro quo kind of thing. You're just giving me 15% off. So I think they're just a new form of advertising that really plays off the ego, right? Like, ooh, I'm an ambassador for this product now, right? I'm going to tell everyone about my deodorant. It's so awesome.
Well, the weird thing is, like, at least for me personally, I never started receiving any of those emails until we hit like I think 10K followers on Instagram, and then all of a sudden I started receiving them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I'm saying you probably get more, than the average bear, because I'm sure you become a target. Obviously, the more followers you have.
Well, Marita's saying, she says, I don't think it's a numbers game. I've got no followers and I get partnership codes all the time. I don't know about no followers, Marie, but it's just what a weird thing, right? Like we're all getting there. I will say there was one that I saw that was actually like legit, and that was from a company called Lighttailing, and they do Lego light kits. And I never super followed up on it just because we had other stuff going on, but it was definitely it was a good thing.
Yeah. Most of my IG spam is now just like Lego Masters casting people.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, we're all ambassadors, aren't we, in some way or another? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, why don't we do pins? Let's do pins, shall we?
Do pins.
Sure, if I can find it. My table's getting messy.
I have nothing.
Yeah, I can tell you're building there. I saw boxes being shuffled about.
Yep.
Yeah, I have so many half-finished projects too. I got to do something about this. It's bad.
Hello, Two Humble Bricks. How's it going? Welcome. All right, let's go. Minifig Chick, what you got?
All right, I have matching pin and minifig today. So I just got this. This is. Let me try and shade the. Nope.
Yeah, if you angle it,
down a little bit, or up.
So this is Hyacinth the hippo from the Dance at the Hours section in Fantasia.
Love it.
And
lovely lashes.
Here is her minifig that I made.
Oh, that's great.
Awesome.
Oh, that's cute.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right, Holly.
All right, continuing with my Gremlins theme, because tis the season. You now have the Gremlin with the
oh, that's excellent.
Oh, that's
stereo
great.
glasses.
Nice.
One of my favorites. I love this one.
Don't feed them after midnight.
Yeah. Blair.
All right, let's see if I can reach something over here. Oh, here we go. On the bookshelf, there's a vaccinated for me, for you, for all.
Nice. Very nice.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Indeed.
And I guess it's our turn.
Okay. Well, my mom always loved to wear costume jewelry at the holidays, so I'm going to wear one of her holiday brooches. Love you, Mom. Right there.
I think you need to button your.
I know. Put it right here
in the middle, like the 80s. It would be awesome.
That goes with the Gothic jewelry influence.
We are Gothic jewelry influencers. The 80s Gothic jewelry influencers.
Now you've done it.
I know. See what? Now they're going to be all hitting us up. And then I've got this adorable Pinocchio pin that I love.
Nice.
Is always let your conscience be your guide, even if it's a cricket.
I'm no fool, no siree.
All right. I know it is a very fancy brooch that you have there.
Isn't it? Look, anything that brings light in, right? Sparkle.
Oh, congratulations, Jammy Bricker, third vaccine. Very good.
Me too. Yay.
Oh my goodness.
And our whole family now is fully 100% vaxxed.
Yay! Congratulations.
It's after number 2s. Parents have number 3s. We're so happy.
That's
June got their
awesome.
first one this week, and then since I don't do Christmas, we'll be done with Solstice come Tuesday. I'm gonna do Christmas weekend will be my booster. So
Yay, happy Solstice.
Very good, very good.
So
Thanks, Heather.
don't peer too hard at my background. There might be some advanced Advent calendar stuff. So
Well, I see a bat and a T-Rex back there.
oh, yeah, that's June's door. Yeah. We both doors actually, since we switched rooms, are adorned with lots of the outsides of sticker sheets. Very fun.
Yeah.
They're truly
Early on, they were
adorned.
the buttons you would push to get in and out. You had to enter the code. So the
Oh.
base in all the sticker sheets were the complex button sequencing.
Okay, we have a couple of guests in the green room, but I just got a message that there was a delivery that no, you won't. That I'm going to go out and get, and I'll be right back, and then we'll have our guests on. Chat amongst yourselves.
What could it be? Could it be a happy little elf?
Secret stuff. I love it.
No,
Holly, you're not wearing black today.
I'm not. This is me being festive.
This is festive holiday wear.
It is. I was like, I'm gonna wear a sweater. I'm all dolled up for you guys.
Nice.
Special.
Yeah, I'm dressed warm today.
And I need to do laundry.
Blair, is that a Lego tree behind you? If so, it's really big.
So that's our Solstice tree. Originally, it was a lot larger. I actually built it for a store gift card display once. It was about 4.5 feet tall. So when we brought it home, I condensed it down, and it's now our Lego Solstice tree. So we decorate it with all the fun characters. So we got our pink elves are on there too, and all the
closing my
holiday
eyes.
stuff.
There wasn't anything there. Amazon is a liar.
Uh-oh. Well, Blair, I love
say.
that there's so much room for decorations on that tree.
Oh,
And it's got a cool star, too.
Yep.
Yay.
all right. Well, let's get Moto back in here. Hi, Moto.
Hello.
Welcome
Hello.
back.
Oh, thank you.
How are things?
Better.
My hands are clean.
Hey.
That is a plus.
Yeah, I still have a lot more work to do out there to clean it up, but I just was like, I'm done. I can't get this thing to work, so I'm just going to give up for now.
Oh, well, I'm glad you were able to join us in the midst of plumbing tragedy.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, let's hope that this particular challenge has no twists.
Exactly. Oh,
cool.
Very
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. Where did you get that?
I got this at some sort of garage sale, but yeah.
That is
Wow,
super cool.
nice.
Holy crap.
So that's
Very
my
nice.
pin for today. A pin, not pin. Not pin, pin.
Pin, not pin, pin.
And so, okay, I'm a little ignorant here. Does this mean that the Germans launched a satellite from the U.S. space shuttle?
I'll have to research this one. I didn't even think of figuring out where this came from.
That's pretty
but
cool. It looks like a partnership between U.S. and Germany on that one.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Well, let us please now invite on our very special guest for today, who we're going to be seeing a lot of today, not only here, but on her own Instagram stream. And we got to see her last week as well. It's been like a Kate Vasion, if you will. We are, please, everybody, welcome to the stream. Kate, the BrickHuntress. Hi, Kate.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good, good, good. You've been busily tapping on that phone. Are your hands claws yet? Like I always find after an Instagram challenge, my fingers are always claws from all of the typing and posting and all that business.
Oh yeah. No, I stayed up late last night on purpose so I could get it mostly done. So today I can just kind of relax as much as I can,
Exactly. Well, and then you're gonna have to go. You're gonna hop into host mode here in a little bit, right? So, do you know how many people did you get, or did we get? I should say.
I was just doing the list before I jumped on here. We have a lot of European friends this time, which I thought was really cool, more than normal. and a lot of new people that I had never met before. So I always
that's great
too. Yeah, I probably had about 10 new people jump into this one.
Cool.
So that was awesome. And then lots of Tricky Lug family members, of course.
That's so great.
We're at close to 50 right now. So
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah. And a lot
fantastic.
of people like post after they jump on the live. So it will range between 50 and 60 is my guess. Somewhere in there. It will hover.
Yeah, we spent most of our day yesterday on ours and lighting it and photographing it, everything. We had so much fun doing it. It was great. It was one of the first times we've actually had like time to dedicate to building in quite a while. So it was really fun. And I got to admit, it was fun to do, like having the set to kind of Christmasify it was nice as sort of a jumping off point. So I didn't feel like we were starting from ground zero, right? Like it was just like a thing, but really, really fun. So actually I'm going to show our piece. Now the rest of them, you'll have to wait till to the Instagram live today to see. And like I mentioned, we will be showing some of our favorites on our Christmas Eve show. Hey, Little Scrap is here. How's it going? But let me see if I can.
Yours was so wonderful.
Oh, thank you. We had so much fun. It was like one of those kind of like goofy ideas gone wild kind of a thing.
Yeah, it made me smile like immediately. I was like, so great.
Well, I just what it was is we were the idea I had was that I wanted to do the Mystery Machine like as Santa's sleigh. That's kind of like where it started. Yeah. And I was like, but it's going to be so hard. And Richard's like, no, we'll just hang it up with fishing line because practical effects are the best effects. I think.
Who needs Photoshop?
You don't need. Yeah, exactly. So let me real quick get this up here.
And Holly, you look beautiful. In your sweater.
Thank you. Thank you.
As always.
Oh, you guys.
Let me see. Sorry, grabbing. There it is.
Right
there it
there.
is. So this was ours.
So good.
I love it.
And so it was actually strung by fishing line. If you look closely, you can see a little bit of the fishing line. I didn't go too crazy with the Photoshop.
Yeah, we had like film C-stands and
we had it all
here.
And I was terrified that the van was going to fall off of the string.
Well, it's attached. The van is suspended by 4 studs.
Yeah, it was not like it was not exactly, the most amazing. and then we had to, of course, had to add a story. So if you look across the bottom there, Dracula is chasing Shaggy and Scooby, who has crashed into the ladder where Velma is trying to put the star on top of the tree.
Yeah.
And then Fred and Daphne are running to the rescue. But yeah, we had so much fun building this. What a blast. And I even did you can see I kind of redid the reindeer sort of saddles to go to match the Mystery Machine. That was really fun. And I will point out, because I know somebody will eventually anyway, probably Holly, I did not apply the stickers on the clock. Those were pre-applied by what I assume was a child before we got this set. And get it used. but you did apply the stickers on the Mystery Machine, which are very hard, right? Yeah. So we had a whole chat about that one. I know Blair could tell you. Yeah, it's tricky because you got to line them up and
And this has 12 little 3mm LEDs in it. Inside colored trans pieces. Yeah, it's a little hard to tell in the photo, but these 4 lights at the top here, and then the lights on top of each building are actually lit. Yeah, so we had them plugged into USB into the wall, and they were so bright that the camera couldn't handle it. So we put them on like weak batteries. Yeah, exactly. Poor dimmer. Yeah, right? Poor dimmer. Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. Aaron Brinkerhoff, and hello, Zach Martinez. How's it going? Yeah, we had great fun with this. So and then I even made a little video of it and posted it. Like I did one of my very first reels, and Moto will be thrilled to know that I might be posting it to TikTok later.
Oh my goodness.
I know, right? Like, what's happening? And actually, you know what? You're right. Stickers don't have to always be placed properly. And I say, actually, in this particular instance, it kind of adds to like the general kookiness of the thing. Oh, look, Holly's nodding. She agrees.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Oh,
whatever you need to tell yourself, Flynn.
Hey, okay. You know what? Everybody else agrees, Holly. You may have your, like your sticker thing that you need to have everything perfect, but not everyone does.
I gotta apply these fat stickers for my build. That's gonna be fun.
Is that the pickup truck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now I've heard about some. Problems with not only that one, but the really big one. And I gotta say, okay, we don't usually go into too controversial territory here, but I gotta say, I was on Instagram this morning and I saw Tips and Bricks gave the VW van that has the pop-up top, the T1, a 0 out of 100 review.
Oh my goodness.
0. I was shocked. At first, I gotta say. Why? But I went and looked, and I will say that they do have legitimate reasons to be bothered by it. I don't know that I would have given it a 0, but I guess they were definitely trying to make a statement here. But from what I understand, and you can check out their post about it, or actually maybe I can get Instagram up here and we can look at it. But they sent it to their reviewer. And apparently some of the pieces don't hold together well, like the back door falls off, and they were given a oh god, now I gotta find it.
Wow.
They were given a
there it is.
Yeah, their reviewer went in, and it was the bricks bent. I'm not joking. They bent and stayed bent. Apparently the bricks were really soft. Oh, it's crazy. So here, let me real quick. I'm going to bring up. I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what we're talking about here.
Oh, now this isn't just an off the cuff review. This is detailed work.
Yeah, right? And they are on the land, so they, and that's, I know a lot of people think like just because you're on the land that you have to always give a good review, which is not true. And this definitely, was pretty
That's
hardcore.
not a good review.
Okay, so here we go. So here's their review. And they liked a lot of the interior. And see, this is why I say I don't know that it should have maybe gotten a 0. Like that seems a little harsh.
Yeah, if there's things you like, that's not a 0, but I get the point.
Yeah.
The kitchen looks awesome.
Here, I'm going to see
a 0 basically means unacceptable, right?
Well, okay, but check this out.
Well, a 0 is like I opened the box and it was full of lepin.
So what this says is she was surprised. This is the builder, Barbara Hole, who actually we know and met during a thing that we did that I just realized I can't talk about. But she, there you go. She was surprised to find that the bricks included in this copy of the set felt soft with a clutch power she was not accustomed to for Lego. The set itself is very fragile, which is not down to the techniques, but the materials themselves. For example, the boot door, that's the trunk door for those of you who don't know boot. The boot door fell apart in Barbara's hands, whereas when it was built with older bricks, it stayed together just fine. She could feel the difference in the bricks as she put the other together. Parts clicked into place instead of squishing into place. This fragility was in lots of other areas, notably the engine and the front bumper. And I know that Alyssa of 9 Brick City said she had this same problem with her set, and this has been getting a lot of negative attention around. So check these bricks out.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, so parts are
multiple colors.
Yeah, so part of the fragility and lack of clutch power could be how soft the parts are. Barbara tested the integrity of the parts comparing 2 plates from the set to 1 older plate. The results were startling after flexing each piece carefully. The white and yellow plates bent into a complete arch and were permanently curved afterwards. The black returned to its normal position. This is not normal.
So the black was just a normal piece.
Yeah, the note was an older brick.
You would have thought that they would have learned their lesson after the whole like red, brown, dark red fiasco.
Well, I wonder if it's an overcorrection. Although I've never had a yellow or a white plate break.
Yeah, so I gotta say I was quite shocked about that.
That is shocking. And so you said there's an issue with the pickup truck too?
Yeah, and then and apparently there are some other some issues as well with the pickup truck. Now, what I gotta wonder is, because not everybody has had these problems, but it makes me wonder, like, was it a particular factory on a bad day? Did something get into the vat? Yeah. Like, did something not get mixed properly?
Yeah, like Elf on the Shelf jumped in or something.
The delivery to the plant must have had a bad lot of pellets to inject.
Because that's what it sounded like to me initially was like a temperature issue, because that's the kind of thing that will happen to any Lego if you leave it in the heat for too long. They get soft. So it could, like Moto said, it could just be like a delivery issue or a warehouse issue, or no telling what. Wow. Like, and especially come to think of it, with the whole COVID thing and things being kind of delayed and shipping taking so long and everything, it is possible those sets could have sat somewhere like less than ideal.
Well, no, I mean, what she's describing is the softness. That's a materials problem. That's not
but that's not necessarily at production though. Like, that can happen just sitting in storage too.
No, when stuff gets hot, it'll warp, but it permanently warps. Like, I've got a couple of heat warps.
Maybe it was draining day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so really, very interesting. And I mean, and I will agree that is a big, like, no sell. But did it deserve a 0?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to hear if anybody's had, like, successfully, if they've had a different experience, or because then we would know, right, if it was consistent or not.
Well, no, I mean, as far as I know, it's not consistent. However, there have been a lot of complaints about this sets, mostly in it being fragile and not holding together well.
So like, that might be what's behind it.
Yeah, almost more like what you would expect from a mock rather than a legit set that you're going to buy in the box. Like an actual
design issue.
And and Murray makes a good point. If you can't put the set together, then it's a non-buy. So maybe it does deserve the 0. But I will agree they did manage to point out the things they did like about it. But when you have a major, if the model doesn't stay together, that's kind of a non-starter, right?
Yeah. So, but it probably, it is good for
that's
people
a
know
basic
if they don't.
Lego Masters rule right there.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, if you weren't aware that, like, how susceptible Lego bricks are to heat, if you keep your Lego sets in an attic or in a garage or something that's not temperature regulated, and it gets really hot and it gets hot for a long period of time, it will make your bricks soft and your sets will maybe not hold together. I've actually had that experience. Like, I bought a tower bridge from somebody used, not this one, but another one that I bought used from somebody. I was so disappointed because he had a bunch of stuff in his garage. He was having a garage sale. Got it home, tried to put it together, and it just, like, nothing would stick together. The whole thing was, I thought it was like a knockoff or something.
Oh my goodness.
It's just Lego sets such a high standard for tolerances and functionality and all that. I'm sure they were just taken aback when they had these problems, but I have to hand it to them for putting in the homework to do really detailed, they did side-by-side tests and good photography.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, and that's what makes me feel like it was something on the production end, like when it was, and is the fragility an issue, like a side issue of the bricks not having the clutch power, or is it really just legitimately a fragile model?
Yeah, it'd be good. I wonder if we're going to get a response from Lego, because it would be good to know if they know what the issue is.
Well, I have a theory. Here's my 27-second-old theory. I in my work, I work with theatrical lighting, and not only has pricing gone up a lot because of global supply chain shortages, they're redesigning. Our main manufacturer is redesigning lots of products to be able to use things that are available, so that they have shorter than a 24-month lead time. So I wonder if there was a reformulation, like we can't get this. I mean, Lego is so careful with their materials. Yeah. I'm interested to see what they have to say.
Yeah, and they are working on sustainable, know.
That's what I thought is what if
that's what I thought too. Like, could it possibly be they were trying out the plant-based? Who knows? Who knows?
Time will tell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll say, like, yesterday on that on the Scooby-Doo haunted house, I was trying to pull a plate off the bottom, and guess what color it was?
Red brown.
It was brown. Brown. And I could not. So I mean, like, the clutch power was there. I could not disengage it from the bottom, and when I did, it broke. And every time I tried to take more of it off, it broke more. And I think I ended up with about 6 pieces off of 4x8 plate.
Yep.
It was crazy.
I have some old sets I'm like scared to build because I know they have that brittle brown in there. And I just am like, oh, maybe we just...
I just built the gingerbread house this week, and I found one at Target, and I been searching for one for a while. And one of the 1x1 clips broke, just like that.
Geez.
Brown ones. Yeah. So I was like, oh, even in the new sets, no. Yeah. Or the newer sets, I shouldn't say new. But.
Well, but I gotta say, I mean, we definitely point out the issues and these are things that Lego should be listening to. But by and large, they've got a pretty good track record.
Yeah.
And I think too that there's always going to be issues. There's always going to be a user error. There can always be a computer error. Like, a
lot of variables.
Stuff happens. There's a lot of variables. So I think, yes, while we want to hold this product that we love up to a standard, I think we also have to, I'm not saying we have to accept the issues, but definitely acknowledge that they do happen, and that, that's just kind of the percentages of opportunity for something to go wrong, right?
And at least they care. At least they care if there's faulty products. They're usually pretty good about correcting.
Yeah. Yep.
Customer service is.
I had the opposite happen to me Friday. So our lug buddies up with a bricks and minifigs.
Mm-hmm.
And so every once in a while they leave the store open for extra hours after normal close, and you have a sort party, which means you sort through their bins for them. But if you come across anything you want to buy, you can immediately put it in the bricks and minifigs bags or trays and buy it on the spot. But what was crazy is they had a 66-quart container of all vintage stuff from the 80s.
Oh, that's cool.
And
whoa.
There were, so I've got like a million Blacktron things, but I wanted to show you guys some of these elements are like freaking crazy rare.
Yay, I love those.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Those are great.
Yeah.
Nice. Those pieces.
Yeah, and so one guy took 4, and I wound up with this amount here.
I have nostalgia for that formulation of red plastic. Like that's what the bricks looked like when I was a kid.
But there were some elements I'd never seen before.
Oh yeah, those hallways are so cool.
Oh yeah, those are awesome. I love those.
It's like from Buck Rogers.
Yeah, so I wound up with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, which is an absurd amount of that.
Super cool.
It turns out they all came from like a really strange racing set.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I wound up I reverse looked it up because I didn't realize how many printed shell signs there were 4 in that set. But for Blair, I now have a ton of guys.
Oh, cool.
M-Tron.
Yeah, tons of M-Tron.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
cool.
great one. Really, really cool.
Good eye.
Aqua Zone.
Wow, you scored big time.
Yeah, I have it all laid out on the carpet here, but it was crazy. So normally I don't buy anything at the store price. I just like to hang out, but in this case, it was nuts. Now, here's something even weirder. Have you guys ever seen this Technic brick with the thing poking out?
Yeah. There's corner pieces too, and yeah,
it's a rubber. There's a rubber bumper that goes on it.
Oh.
So yeah, there was a couple of hovercrafts and stuff that had these rubber bumpers, but they go onto a Technic brick.
Oh.
With a little lip.
Yeah.
And then there's angled ones too.
Oh,
Cool.
Wow.
Wow, very cool.
So
I
great
was
for
like,
train yards.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just I found a lot of really weird things. Like this shows the age of it, right? So remember the finger clutches?
Yes.
Yep.
I missed those. Yes.
Okay, so it's got a finger clutch there, and then VHS cassette tapes because it's a video camera.
Yes.
Yay.
I have a bunch of those. I love those.
Oh, I love those videotape pieces. They're good.
But this little assembly, I was like, this shows the way it used to be, right? Like all the stuff is retired, most of it is.
Well,
That was
friends,
fun. Yeah.
it is well past time for a pause that refreshes. Everybody, please welcome our very extra special guest for today. Look, he's already on his way over. Oh my goodness.
He was over here at pause.
I know, he was over here at pause. It is, in fact, Logan Cookie time.
Yay!
Here he is. Hi, Logan.
Hey, buddy.
It's the time of the season for Logan.
Okay.
Oh,
Whoa,
did I get that?
whoa.
That was a huge
It
throw
landed
and you
on
caught it. Yeah, well, there you go. What a good boy. What a good boy. Is there another one?
Okay,
Oh, yeah, he knows there's another one.
Whole one. Stay.
Good boy. Good boy, Logan. And Skittles is here, of course.
I'm gonna lose mine. Get it.
Oh my goodness, you have like a whole armful.
There's
there
the
they go.
troublemakers.
Oh, look, we got in just in time before they ran away.
They've been keeping me muted and injuring and destroying things. Yeah, it's so much.
It's that team of bandits.
Ollie cookie time.
I'd say rancorous is a pretty good description.
Oh,
Very good.
everyone gets treats.
Everyone gets treats, and that has been Logan Cookie Time. Oh my goodness, always a good time. Yes, the pretzel. I love those pretzels. They're a little hard. I'm used to kind of softer pretzels.
You know, I would say just by looking at the streams that I've seen lately, that those oversized snow person parts are like the hit of the season.
Yes. Yeah, I would call those definitely a hit for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my
Did you
goodness.
see Brett Lego? He made his into a ornament. Did you see Brett Lego or Brett?
Yes. Yes. It was
so great.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, so actually, Kate, why don't you tell us a little bit about your whole Let's Build series that you've been doing kind of like all year? And can you tell us all a little bit? I'm going to put you on the big screen. Don't be surprised, but tell us a little bit about that.
All right. So the Let's Build series, I started it's 1 year ago, January. So this is the last one of the year. This is the 15th one. So we've done 15 build series in the last year, which is pretty awesome. We started in January building, like a couple of us got together and we're like, we want to build Ninjago Gardens, which is one of my favorite sets of all time. So there are 4 or 5 of us that just got together and was like, let's build Ninjago Gardens together. And we were like, oh, that has a nice ring to it. You know, let's build this or whatever. And so we started with sets. So the first couple were just sets. So we did the gardens, what was it? The blacksmith, the police station, and what was the other one? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. I think it was another modular of some sort. And then with Let's Build a City, we opened it up to mock builders, minifig custom makers, anyone and everybody. I really wanted to work on building a community of creativity and just having fun together and meeting new people from around the world. And I feel pretty proud that I feel like I've done that overall. And just every new build series, I meet new people, and that's kind of what it's about for me. Is just being inspired by new builders and learning from each other. Yes, Dawn said City is where she jumped in, and I'm actually wearing her bracelet today.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
She gave me that at BrickHuntress. So I was like, oh, now I'm going to see her today. But yeah, and we've just done some really fun stuff from Let's Build a City to Chaos to Magic to Adventure. This one was Holiday Mashup. We did a minifig CMF line. That one was really fun.
Oh yeah, we did that one. That was super fun.
So fun. And it's just supposed to be fun. There's no prizes. There's no like first, second, third place, anything like that. It's just people bringing people together to be creative, and that's it. That's
I love that.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely something we've strived. I'll buy 4 in all of our build challenges. I mean, we've done we've done a couple giveaways, but never really. I think we did one giveaway of a prize like on our very, very first one.
Yeah.
And then we just really we didn't want anybody to feel pressure or intimidated, because I feel like when there's a prize involved, then there's this kind of
I'm not good enough to join this contest.
Exactly. Oh, I could never do all of those things I see. And when you kind of leave it open, then I think that gives people the confidence that they can
share
make
what
they're going to make and share their art. And so many people I know who do stuff like this don't consider themselves artists, and I say you need to rethink that because you're making art, right? Like what you're creating something new and original. Even if you're I've heard people say, oh well, I just do kit bashing. That's not really anything. I'm like, no, that is precisely something.
Yeah.
Right.
That's design and architecture.
Yeah.
Use all of that sculpture.
Yeah. It's so I just say keep building, keep creating, keep making art, and value yourself and what you create.
Exactly.
Because I think that's all really those are all really important things.
Well, I think that art is a special thing, but it's not reserved for just a few people. Like anyone can do it, right? My mom never used to really consider herself an artist. She considered herself a frustrated artist, but she did amazing new decorations and designs and designed costume wear and so many different media over the years. That's where I got my love of art.
Well, and I think it's funny, but I think that in a way, that's part of what makes, and I'm going to jump into video games here real quick, but what makes Animal Crossing so popular is because you do have a kind of, you can apply your artist sense to the game, right? Like there are a lot of games where you go in, you shoot everything up and then you leave. And then you go to the next place and shoot everything up and then you leave. But like part of the fun of Animal Crossing is not only getting to decorate your island the way that you like it, but going in and seeing other people's and the way they've the way they've chosen to decorate theirs or adjust theirs and
designing clothes and items and
yeah. So there's this really great creative element to it, and I got to say, some of the stuff I've seen, some of the stuff that I've seen online, like people's islands and stuff, are nothing short of like artistic masterpieces. Like I'm completely blown away by the stuff I've seen people do, and I'm like, how did you possibly manage that? And then you start to feel, and I feel the same way. I go and look at their stuff. I'm like, I could never do that. How could I ever do that? But you know what? I'm just happy with my own, like with my own output, like what I've done with my plays.
The thing about being an artist, it's not, or about being anything. I feel like a lot of these things are not about what you're capable of, but what you enjoy doing.
Yeah. Yes.
Like if you enjoy doing art, you're an artist. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
If you're good at it or if you're as good as somebody else or whatever. If you enjoy doing it, then do it. Right.
Sort of like where you focus your passion, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's interesting because in some ways I feel like, in general, art and artists are very undervalued in the US, right? It's a very, there's not a lot of, I went on a tour and did a play in Brazil. And the play that I was in, like, it wasn't like some big Broadway show. It was like a little show. And it was like financed by a bank in Brazil. Right? Like there's money for the arts in other countries in a way that we don't have it here. It's undervalued. And I also feel in some ways, and on the opposite end of the coin, is that art is very gate kept, if that's a phrase I can use.
Like it's more than oil painting.
It's like art with a capital A that only rich people can afford and appreciate, but also at the same time the artist themselves is completely undervalued. And I think that is interesting. So like, make your art, do your thing. And, they try to, I feel like two people try to, like crafting is huge. That's art too, just with a different name. Right. And I think it's fantastic.
I just feel good making stuff. Like I don't always, I go in and out with Lego, to be honest. Like I'm not 100% into Lego all the time. I always come back to it, but I have a lot of hobbies and there are a lot at the end. Almost all of them involve making something or creating something. And I don't feel like I'm particularly amazing at any one of them, but I probably because I don't invest all my time into any one thing, but I would kind of prefer to just have a variety of things that I enjoy doing and skip around and just always feel like I'm fulfilled, whatever it is that I'm doing, than go all in on one thing and really stress out and feel like I'm competing with other people. It's like, it's there for me to enjoy. So like I showed Flynn that, for Christmas, we had Secret Santa and stuff. Like last year I did a Lego build for my Secret Santa, and then this year I knitted a hat. But either way, it's like as long as I'm making stuff, it feels good.
Well, Flynn and I have talked about this before. Like even no matter what medium you're working in, or sort of what making pursuit you're doing, you bring your own design sense to it. You bring your own personality to it.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that 100%.
That it's you, right? That it's you doing it for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I want to shout out Blair right now. Blair, I need to get myself a hat that has a face on it. So when I'm looking down and building, I'm presenting.
Well, and I think, I think art is, like Holly said, is what you make of it too. And I think someone else said that in the chat. I think Debo Brick said that too. It's like art is what you make of it. And I think that's 100% right. Like, you can take anything that you want and turn it into what you love, right? So I always say, like, create what you love, because if you take something you love, you're going to invest something more passionate into it versus taking some random theme that someone gives you, right? And you're like, oh my God, I have to do this, versus I want to do this, or I feel passionate about it. So like that was another goal of mine, just to create a platform for people. People can jump in and out of the challenges. It's not like you have to do every single one. Like that's not what it's about at all. And just find that passion. And I've really enjoyed like co-hosting like with you and other people, because, depending on the theme, like I'm not an expert, right? Like I love to incorporate other people into it and learn from them, and have other people learn from them too, because that's how we learn and grow, right? We can't grow without being challenged. So
absolutely.
Something you mentioned earlier really stood out to me, which was how important meeting people was to you in this whole process. Mm-hmm. And I think, in some senses, as regards Lego, I had this thing like, oh, well, we're not at a convention. This is, somehow like, oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm not at a convention. But one of the awesome things about this medium and about streaming is that we do get to hang out with people from all over the world. Yes. And, when we were doing theater, like sometimes we got to travel, and that was awesome. But mostly it was very local. So I'm so fortunate to hear so many people's different perspectives and styles and all that.
And it's so fun then, meeting people in real life, right?
Yeah.
It's always weird saying that. It's like, I'm going to meet you in real life. But like at, BrickCon, for example, I met Dawn and her brother and her sister and a bunch of other people, and like Little Scrap and some others. And I wouldn't have ever done that, right? Like if I didn't have this platform. So I think that's pretty special too. And they're just wonderful people, everyone's so wonderful, and it's just such a great community that we've built all together. It's nice.
Well, Richard and Flynn ran into me on a live stream. That's how we met.
Yep.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, on Pink Bucket Nation, right? Yep.
Yeah, Pink Bucket Nation. Fridays or Saturdays. Wait, he's no longer doing it. Sunday evenings. It used to be Sunday evenings.
That's very
cool. That was I had the Bionicle Dragon just put together, and you guys like swept in from the Lego Master up on high. It was crazy to find you. And then, well, it was nuts because the show had just started. Everybody was freaking out over Lego Masters. You guys are super famous in the community at that point, and through YouTube, that's how I've met everyone here, and then wound up meeting them in person much later.
Yeah.
Moto, you've been on a lot of streams. I'm sorry, Kate, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, I was just saying I met Blair and Holly back when, like before we even really knew each other, right? Like at Bricks Cascade before the pandemic happened, and this is before we even knew who.
Yeah, but it's like you meet people at a convention, and if you're meeting people at a convention, it's hard to get to know anybody because
for sure,
so much going on, and sometimes they're just brief introductions, and you never really get a sense of people. And I know, like, I remember when I don't know if you guys remember Jacqueline from Bricklink, but my very first convention, she was one of the first people I met, but she knew me online and was all excited to meet me. But she came over and started talking to me while I was in the middle of like a mock setup, and she thought I was like completely blowing her off, but I was just really focused on what I was doing. It's not the best scenario for like meeting people and getting to know them.
Well, I mean, that's the thing too, right? Like we've now had the opportunity for, every Sunday for the past year, sit and talk for an hour and a half to 2 hours with our friends. That's not, a luxury that we get to have at a convention.
Yeah, same thing, Flynn. You and I met at a convention, and we at least got to know each other like while we were shopping, so it wasn't like we were in the middle of mock setup or anything when we met, but we got to know each other a little bit, but then it was just like a little bit of communication every now and then back and forth, but it was nothing like how we've gotten to know each other,
right.
Well,
we traded batteries
because I had never gone to any convention, so I was like tucked away in Denver in the middle of the United States. Relatively unknown, and then when everything started going streaming and digital, that's where I was able to meet. I mean, I'm just reading all the names like Debo, Marilyn, Monica Berry, Kim Zarkino. I mean, all these folks now. It's just like having a huge family that's into the Lego rather than just my local lug or a couple people here and there.
And it's amazing that many of us live close to each other, like that.
I know.
It's so we live close to each other. We're like, oh. Really? Like, I'm only like a couple hours from you or whatever it is.
Yeah. Or gosh, Blair and I mean, we live pretty much in the same town, and we still don't see each other in person, This is our hangout too.
And these hangouts, I mean, they've honestly gotten us to be closer to people than maybe even before the pandemic. Honestly, like I didn't necessarily hang out with anyone this regularly.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, I mean, we said it before, but like it's kind of been a lifesaver, the Lego community, the way that everyone was able to adapt to, at their own pace and level, working through this digital platform to hang out, because otherwise I wouldn't have really had anybody. And, it's made an enormous, incalculable difference to my well-being throughout this pandemic, because there was nothing else for me, and the Lego community also being just such a wonderful group of people, and having the creative aspect made it, again, it's just a lifesaver, honestly. Like I cannot fathom how much more down I would have been if I didn't have you all. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, it's true. Like just rewind. It hasn't been that long, but it was like, what is a Zoom? What is a Zoom meeting? What is a StreamYard?
Yep.
And now it's pretty much like even my kid knows with online learning for the last 2 years, he's like a boss of streaming. That's how he interacts with his teachers until his he'll be fully vaccinated by the end of the year. I'm sorry, my dryer's done because I had flooding. So
that is the most cheerful dryer
I know.
Yeah, you're hearing. Yeah, it sings a little song to let me know that the dryer.
Yeah, we just got new washer and dryer that do that too, and I'm like, is this like a whistle while you work sort of thing?
No, like you guys know, the way I know that my main waste was backed up or plugged up is because everything came pouring out in the basement. So I had to take out the wet vac and all that awesome stuff. And yeah, it's no fun, but
oh my goodness. Well, I gotta say that this has been
nice.
Here we are now, almost 2 years later, and I think that one of the things that I was so impressed about and love so much about this, and especially the Tricky Bricks / Tricky Lug community, is that I, especially like on Twitch and on some YouTube channels, like you have an audience that kind of comes and goes. Like you'll go in and 6 to 8 months to a year later, there's a very different crowd of people. And yet we've consistently, like, the names that I see here in the chat are the same names that I saw 2 years ago when we first started. And that is incredible to me. That's the strength of family, like the strength of friendships and the strength of art bringing people together.
Yeah. The clutch is strong.
And it's a testament to
exactly.
It's no camper van. It's no camper van, Brick. Ours is like the ours is the legit old school, not reddish brown that shatters. It's a good clutch.
Actually, maybe elastic building is the wave of the future.
Let's hope not.
Actually, that has been prototyped. I have these things. What were they called? Flex bricks?
Yeah, Cara has those.
Get those? Yeah, I got a kit of those, which I've never actually used them. I always thought I would. I was like, oh, well, it'll be good to have in case there's ever a situation where I need them, but I have yet to.
They're super fun and they're great for wearables.
Yeah, there you go.
But they are also, there are some really interesting connections that you can make with them. And yeah, they're just fun.
And they're great for holding your camper door on.
Probably.
So your camper boot door doesn't fall off onto.
Hey, I'll get a Flexo thing. Hang on just a minute. Let me go get that.
That's why if you have a ton of the larger tree elements, that look like a herringbone pattern.
Yeah.
Because they flex, you can do amazing things with a pile of those. Yes, Kitty.
Tricky Lug is like the AT-AT subassembly that can't be taken apart. Absolutely.
Oh, cool! Look at that.
Oh, wow,
that's awesome.
Oh, nice, Cara.
Yeah, so this is using Flexo. So for those of you who don't know, Flexo is this really interesting molded brick. So they have these divots in them, and then they have these in different colors, these little and different lengths, these little silicone things that fit
Cool.
into the divots.
Is that third party? Is that a Lego element?
It's not a real Lego element, but it's extremely high quality and very compatible with Lego. So let me put this back together.
You gave us sea creature sets of those, right?
Yep, we had sea
Cool.
creatures. So you can see the
I got 'em out.
silicone in between. And I've got actual Lego sandwiching the Flexo part.
What?
And so
the
then I've got
heck?
this very flexible thing.
That's so
Great
cool.
for wearables.
Pretty.
And they make a triangular piece.
What?
Lego
That's cool.
obviously does not. So
Very nice.
What?
Yeah, I was gonna show you guys the kit. I went ahead and got it out. So again, I have it like right. I always intended to use it, but it's pretty cool. Not like we're not doing paid advertisement here, but this was pretty neat. So here's the kit that it came in.
yep, I got that.
Yep. So it comes with the little container, and I was going to show you the little connector pieces so you can kind of see.
Nice that it comes in a divided box. That's cool.
Yeah. So
What did
these
I
are the
not-
little. These are the little flexi pieces here that go
Like
between
ligaments.
Yeah, and they give you a whole, sheet of them. And then they go between those little. They fit between these bricks here. So I mean, I'm actually kind of a purist. I think I've really only ever built with real, authentic Lego pieces, but it's pretty neat. I love the idea of it.
It's
And
this
there's
is
one-
their-
yeah,
their sea
one of
life
the other
kits. So
Oh, right.
guy
Yeah,
lives
that's the
in our
ones on
shower.
there.
I'm so much more welcoming of different building materials now. At first, I was like, what? This isn't Lego. What do you mean? It's not even Lego.
But they're not pretending to be
That
Lego
emphatic.
either.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
Lego-
Just by the way.
No, it wasn't.
That was a dramatic recreation.
Yeah, it wasn't. That wasn't quite like that. But I was a lot more adamant that everything had to be in system and no
Yeah.
tumbles and done just so. And now I'm like, just build.
Well, speaking of things that are in system,
What?
I think it's time to share a minifig.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Time to share a minifig.
Okay.
Okay, it looks like Holly's ready, so she's going to go
Ready.
first.
All right. I should take them out of the plastic. So you guys might have seen these. If you haven't seen them, you should check it out. So this is from BBG Forge. I think that's Bearded Brick.
Guild.
That's Cody's thing,
Okay.
right?
Let me make sure. Bearded
Bearded brick.
Brick Guild. Thank you. I just can't say it. All right. So they just put these guys out, and they're kind of amazing.
I know, they're so great.
Those are awesome.
Oh my gosh.
From National Lampoon's Christmas.
Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna have to get those.
Yeah. They're
No,
really,
their
really
site
great.
is so great. Like,
And
we
it
should put
comes
in the
with
chat.
the they came with like the accessories for like the jelly of the month certificate and a can of beer.
Very good. Nice, nice.
Yeah.
And they have a bunch of Christmas sweaters and Hanukkah sweaters right now too that you can get, just the
Oh,
torsos
cool.
and stuff.
Oh, very cool.
Cool.
All right. Kara, you got something?
I do. I have two.
Oh, two. All right.
Two of Paint Pusher's very favorite minifigs from Nexo Nights. We have Flama and Ruita.
Ooh. Oh, I love her.
Oh,
She's
I
got
love
the
Bellatrix hair.
Yes, thank you. The Bellatrix hair, and isn't it like lavender or light blue?
It's that Cinderella blue. Yep.
It's so
She
good.
has some great minifigs.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely check them out.
that's a cool body piece on
Right?
Flama.
Yeah, it's the ghost.
Like the ghost body.
part,
Yeah.
but it's in that trans orange and this little like sort of tail.
Oh, that's
piece
so
part
rad.
molded in.
So cool.
So Nexo Nights.
Very cool. Blair.
Let's see. Hold on. I gotta put this thing down.
Whoops. Okay.
I got it. So I'm a little concerned because the minifigs I had for last week have now disappeared. So I'm assuming that the Gremlin and Mogwai are off causing some kind of havoc. So instead, my holiday figs are going to be...
Oh, yeah.
Hooray!
Perfect.
Very nice. All right. Wait. Where? There we go. What do you got, Kate? It looks like you've got something all ready to go.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Holiday-ified version. Yeah.
Yeah, the holiday.
Lovely.
And then I
Now, actually, while we're doing this, Kate, can you show us your holiday mashup? Is it close enough by to show?
Yes.
so fun. Yes, it's right here. Well, I can do it after everybody shares.
Okay, sounds good. And who are we still waiting for? Moto.
I'm sorry, guys, because of the whole sewage thing. I'm just going to go with my one version of my sig fig because I didn't have time.
That's fair.
Cool.
That is fair.
And I'm sure Emmett is hard at work right now.
Yes, unplugging the drain. So is that us now?
I think it is.
Wait, Holly, did you go?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, right. Okay, it's us. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm trying to keep track here.
Well, no, I had meant to do this last time, and I think I didn't. So let me know if you've already seen her, but I'm pretty excited about Betty Rubble.
Oh, yes, I love her.
Right, with her wonderful necklace, and she's giggling.
Oops.
Yeah.
And then mine, now, and mostly because I'm going to try to use some of these parts for my own mini doll sig fig, but I am 100% obsessed with Sebastian, the new Friends character. I am obsessed, like Liz level obsessed with this mini doll.
Gotta love the tailored
Love the
sweater.
hair.
The facial expression is so unique for as well.
What
Right?
is that face?
You know what?
Eyebrows going down.
I don't
If you
think.
saw it, if you saw the show last week, or you watched the review that we did of the Friends sets, in the street food market sets, there are 3 mini dolls, each of a different skin tone, I might add, and including 2 new characters, and that is each one of them has an alternate head. Now, it wasn't like that in any of the other ones, only in that particular one, but each one, so Sebastian has like a closed mouth smile, and then Emma has a new hairpiece and a winking face, and then Nandy, who's another, you know what, some people had 2. I got to grab 2 because really, as much as I love Sebastian, Nandy is my other, like, I'm obsessed with mini doll figure. So let me get this up here because she's amazing.
If you show that expression,
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love her.
Oh, look at her eyes.
Cool.
So awesome.
She's so good.
I like the ruffled skirt too. Like,
Yep.
what a great mold.
And then, am I right, Flynn? I mean, you've had a little bit of a discovery this year, right? About how visibility matters in like Friends figures' skin tones.
Yeah,
Like now this brand new one gets you closer to your own sig fig,
2
right?
more, even 2
But
more.
Flynn, could you hold up the one with the open mouth expression again?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me go.
I could definitely see you using Sebastian as a sig fig.
Yeah, right.
So,
It just needs the hair.
so I don't
Yep.
think I have ever seen a Lego figure with a tongue.
Yeah, there have been some for like sticking out a tongue for the little devil boy in the
Oh, okay.
CNF series.
Yeah.
Yep. And now y'all, of course, like there's no secret that, of course, my theory is that Sebastian is kind of heavily coded like gay best friend character.
Yep.
Like that's just my personal headcanon. Like you may feel however you want about it, but like that's how I think about him. And I will say that it is can I find the box? Because it's got that hilarious illustration. Okay, this is my fit. Now, this is how I originally became obsessed with Sebastian. because we got the boxes for the review sets, and I saw this on the back of the box, and I actually like squealed out loud. Like I screamed a little, like out of like excitement. So this is why this.
Yes.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
That's awesome.
I was instantly obsessed.
Hip check. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I laughed so hard. I could not believe it. I just I squealed. It was very funny.
Yeah, it's not
but
little.
But I think, and this is kind of something we talked about on the show on Friday, is that of all of the lines of Lego, like Friends in this 2022 line has taken a quantum leap forward. Like it was so quantum leap that like Scott Bakula was there. He had embodied the body of Stephanie to put everything right in Heart Lake City again. But they've made this a huge leap forward in representation and diversity and disability, showing disabilities and the accessibility and sustainability. It was just all the abilities. Like it's pretty great. So hopefully this is going to lead to more people. See, even Hooded One says, I'm getting more appreciation for mini dolls. I'm so glad to hear that.
Well, if you think about it, when we were discussing on one of our chats this year, because we're supposed to reflect on the year at hand.
Yeah.
We were discussing Lego's statement that they were going to start, being less gendered across their different product lines, and they're going to be more inclusive across their product lines. But I see this as kind of the beginning of what is in store for the future. Because if you see that, I don't know, maybe if Friends has just Amy's more progressive or that product line's more progressive and they got in the pipeline, or there's a faster turnaround or something. But seeing that type of move really warms my heart for like what Aaron will be designing, right? City. Like the city
yeah.
Put into Aaron Newman taking that on, or we talked about the different, product lines starting to merge.
Yeah, I hope so. Like, I believe that is what's coming. I find it interesting that Friends is the line that's kind of at the forefront of that, like championing all of that. I'm not surprised. Maybe surprise isn't the right word. I'm just like, I'm happy to see it. And it's a great starting off point, and I can't wait to see where it's going to go, especially in terms of the other lines and like how we'll see that.
They're also, Friends is one of the lines where they're not afraid to update and modify their established characters.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Well, I think there are reasons for that, I think.
Yeah, but if I think back on Ninjago, the characters are established and set, and they're unchanging nearly for 10 years.
Right.
I mean, their costumes change, but I'm talking about the actual kind of the way the heads are kind of built or whatever. They haven't changed that much, right? They don't have, it's just kind of a thing.
Well, you also got one girl character, like one girl in the entire.
Yeah, they've got
there's a couple,
two or three, but it's not a lot, right? It's not.
And that's the problem with once it's established, it's a lot harder to change, And if it's established and it's popular, it's even harder to change, Yeah.
I find it. So like in Friends, this term, like almost every set came with multiple new characters.
Yeah.
That we have. I even went on to, because I was looking them up. I even went on to like the Friends wiki, like the Heart Lake wiki, and these new characters aren't even listed yet. Oh. Like there's a bunch. So I
think it's really cool because there's certain themes that just seem to be unstoppable. Friends is one of them.
Yep.
Ninjago seems unstoppable, and then City is always going to be there. You can depend on Basic and City to always be there. And maybe you could say Duplo. Duplo's been around the longest, maybe at this point.
Hooded One has my mind reeling right now with the notion of Star Wars mini dolls and what would happen. Can you imagine?
We've talked about this. Yeah.
Imagine the day those are released. Can you imagine the chatter?
Unfortunately,
yeah, I would want it. I would love to see mini. So that's it for licensed themes. I mean, I would love to see mini dolls start to go across a lot of the licensed themes because not just that mini dolls are awesome, but because their scale of figure is bigger, you can pack in a larger model with more detail.
Right.
So everybody who's like really into this UCS stuff, if you like large Star Wars models, man, mini doll scale is where it's at, right? For these massive UCS things. Now, I hate it because I hate mini dolls, but
I think
whatever.
that they lost the opportunity or missed it because Forces of Destiny already kind of ran its course, and that would have been the perfect opportunity to bring mini dolls and Star Wars together. But we'll see what happens in the future. There's a lot of possibilities.
Well, the thing is, and I know I've mentioned this multiple times on the show, but I will say it again. Like this, what's that?
I want a mini doll Boba Fett. That's all.
Is that
you've ever seen?
That Friends as a line in 2022 has made a lot of people sit up and take notice. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people who weren't interested in it before have suddenly become very interested in it and really appreciative of it. And I gotta say, I'm sure that's in no small part because of its diversity and inclusion aspect, right? Like that's a lot of, I don't know. I think it's I think they've done a great job, and I want to see it now. I just want to see it like go into the into other lines.
I'm glad that it continues to push the envelope of what's possible, because if you think about it, how many different types of figure types were there? Like we just brought up Fabuland, right? There's Fabuland figures. There's been millions of different figures besides the minifig, and each of them got eventually just crushed because they're either weird or creepy. But in the end, the mini doll has persisted, and that line brought in all of the bright colors into the Lego palette, whereas the palette had pretty much been somewhat unchanged, and now medium azure is everywhere if you want to look for it on Bricklink, or dark pink, light pink, Holly's favorite color, which we won't mention by name. Because of Friends, it's these brighter colors are easier to source, easier to find. The prices have gone down, and bright models are no longer a weird thing as much.
Well, I mean, that's the thing too, right? Like even the lines that people, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that find Fabuland creepy, and I that makes me sad, but and maybe like a couple of them are, but at the same time, like that line brought so much to the table, including brittle brown bricks. But no, I mean, like that, Fabuland is the reason that we have brown and tan and, more quote unquote natural colors. And they're also the reason why we have the baguette and the cauldron and any other number of like really, really interesting pieces. So
yeah, and actually, okay, so to circle back around, like initially I was not a huge fan of Friends, probably because of some of the color choices. Like I like the colors. I like lavender, y'all. Some of the color combinations were a little off-putting, or like where they selected those colors, like some of the rooftop colors and things like that. But I have always thought, like, I like those pieces. I just didn't like the pieces in those contexts. And so you talk about kit bashing. Like for me, Friends sets are like prime for kit bashing because they're actually really good models and they're really good designs and they have a lot of great parts. Yeah. And you can take off the kind of unique color parts and substitute them. So for example, I was just fixing this little guy, which kind of ties into Kate's thing of taking like one of the Friends models. You guys probably saw this from last year, which is why I didn't like post it because
you should post it.
Yeah, post it.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Last year, but this was a Friends horse stable that I basically substituted a bunch of the like pastel-y colors for the more Christmassy colors or traditional colors, and made it like a reindeer barn. So you can see my little reindeer in there.
That's great.
And then it's basically a perfectly prime, this basically looks like a Winter Village set now. And it really does take a whole lot of modification other than just kind of the roof line.
Isn't it interesting how changing the color palette allows you to focus on the architecture and how cool the architecture was all along?
Okay, can you turn that back around a minute?
Yeah. Oh
it's pretty sparse inside, but you can decorate it like with.
Okay, I love it, but I gotta tell you that the empty barn with the ladder going up to the loft is giving me like Sirius the Ring vibes.
But you love everything spooky, so that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, that's where my mind goes.
I did leave the little blue, like. I think these were original. I can't even remember now what the original set looked like, but I think it had some of these little blue colors. If it didn't, then those are Friends colors that can totally work. It just you just can substitute the parts, but they're always like great sets. I love Friends sets.
Well, and I gotta say, I love that Jamie Bricker that their crow skateboards while playing a tuba makes me really happy.
You should post it though. Will you post it? Because I think people would love to see like how you took a Friends set and did that. I think that'd be really cool.
Holly, what this makes me think of is we met Ilya, the designer. One of the things he had worked on was Queen Whatever's
the brick box one.
The brick box, right? And what he said is that a number of the designers design in white first.
Yeah.
To take all color consideration out of it and really just focus on how the bricks go together. And well, what do you have to say about that, Moto?
That's how I do. That's what I do.
Well, because they focus on the silhouette, right? It gets you to focus on what the build actually is, rather than how it's colored.
The attachments and.
Yeah,
you guys remember the architecture set that they came out with years and years ago, right? Did you guys pick one of the? Because I bought it. I was like, ooh, score, like a lot of white parts.
That was my gateway set, the Trevi Fountain. It's like architecture.
This was the architecture set that was like,
it wasn't anything. It was
just a kit, like make your own building.
Yes, and it was all white parts.
Cool.
It's really cool. Yeah.
And it came with a big giant book, right?
Yes.
I remember that one.
Yeah, but it was just like a huge box, like this big of just white parts, and the idea was it was intended for architecture. I cannot talk today. Architectures or whatever, just for design purposes, so that you didn't have to focus on colors, that you could just focus on the
right.
design.
But yeah, I find the same thing. White's been around forever. I think black has the most coverage across all the elements, but white's got to be close behind.
Yeah.
Because white and red were the first colors out there.
Yeah.
So you get a lot.
I've heard before that white had the most, but it must be pretty
I think
close.
it's probably black at this point. I haven't gone to Bricklink to look, but because it has so much part selection and it's just a neutral color, and I'm sure I probably would have done gray, but for some reason, every time I build all gray, it just looks Star Wars.
I was going to say it kept turning into Star Wars ship.
Yeah, it's like, it's another Star Wars ship, because anything that's gray in space is just Star Wars immediately by default. So, yeah, I like that idea, Flynn, that everything starts out white and then you kind of start to bring the color theory in and swap everything out.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear him say that, to hear him talk about that. I had never even thought of that as an idea before, but because I think so much in color that I automatically think, but I do feel like it would help take out some of that, like, well, I don't know, but that's also the way that Richard and I very much build together is, like we both do all of the things together when we build, but definitely like
we tend towards different tasks.
We tend towards different tasks, exactly. Like you definitely focus a lot on silhouette and the way things look, and I definitely think a lot about color and how that would play into it. So yeah, I mean, there's lots of discussions about color in this house. I'll just say that.
We start with color palette, and then I think scarcity of parts in a particular color guides our builds heavily.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to go that direction. Oh, can't finish that. And then you're like, okay, I got 78 of these. No, I need 80. Okay, we'll go to a different color.
So Richard, this is going to be a little bit of self-promotion. I apologize, but
please,
Moto,
free.
please.
So I'm on the Talk Bricks podcast.
Oh, awesome!
The latest one.
Yeah.
And Paris and I talked for maybe an hour and a half just about the Lego Masters journey and the things. But that was one topic that was brought up, was the color theory and scarcity, especially around the first build we had done, the robot build. But yeah, that is something you have to very quickly think through and identify if you're going to, build a mock very efficiently, not color swap it, but you just get it one and done. You do have to think about the colors and what, how many elements are in that color.
Yeah.
Like, Caleb loves dark orange. I'm just like, dude, good luck with that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's there's some colors that are nearly impossible to source, and that's
I've been there.
It's great though. I mean, I love dark orange. Dark orange is a great one.
Yeah, my Susan build was dark orange. It was painful.
I'm going to say something really controversial here.
Uh-oh.
I'll start out by saying that renders are builds. You can't do a render unless you touch every brick, and designing in Studio or another rendering program is absolutely building. And scarcity of parts in particular colors and shapes adds a level of difficulty to mock making in physical bricks. So I'm not saying it's better, but points to anyone who can make it happen with scarcity of bricks as well.
I love working with those constraints.
Yeah, model info is your friend in Bricklink Studio, because it tells you can sort by like price per part, and if you start seeing like when you're dragging parts from your palette and you look at that heads-up display and it's like $5 for this part, you might just want to put it back.
Yeah, guys, Adam. Do you guys know Adam?
No, I don't.
Okay, this guy is one of the best mock builders in the nation. Period. This guy's
glowing endorsement.
I'm not saying that lightly. Adam is a total beast of a man.
Well, Adam, I've got something that's just for you. Then I'm going to reveal I finished my holiday makeover of a set, and I know we were hating on the all gray, but here is
yes.
Love it.
Oh my god.
Back treatment too. You got the snowflake back
with
there.
all the droid parts for the antlers.
Oh, that is brilliant. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
That is such a Blair.
It'll go back here now and hopefully not get destroyed.
Ho ho ho, rebel scum.
No, I wouldn't say that we have. I wouldn't say that we have a lack of love for Star Wars. I will say that there are.
I would go there.
I love Star Wars.
I feel like, hey, Iceberg Bricks is here. Hey, Mel.
Hey, Mel.
I would say that okay, talking about Star Wars, and I know you've all heard this before, but I was there in the front row when the first movie premiered. Like, I was there, I was excited. I got caught up in the Star Wars mania. I had my t-shirt iron on that I got at the boardwalk at the beach of like C-3PO and R2-D2 because of course I chose the gayest robot in space to have as a t-shirt. And it was life-changing. Like, it really was. Like, and it changed cinema forever in multiple kinds of ways, including like what spaceships could be, what a summer blockbuster was. Like that is, I think like people don't realize that like Jaws and Star Wars, Jaws especially actually ushered in the summer blockbuster. Like that was, you know, that became a thing because movies were popular, but not to the way that they are now. And then of course, Star Wars is the one that really kicked off, like I feel like real what a franchise could be, like
and mainstream sci-fi.
Yeah, exactly.
And more importantly, merchandising.
Yeah,
that too. Yeah,
it was all the toys and all the merch that surrounded it and wound up flooding outwards. It was crazy.
Well, another thing we've talked about a lot.
I just feel like I don't. Sorry, I just wanted to finish that thought. I just feel like I don't have the encyclopedic knowledge of Star Wars that some people do to really like, especially of the later films, and to talk intelligently about it. And I also feel like, as far as Lego streams and things are concerned, is there are many, many, many places that you can go for excellent talk about Star Wars Lego, and it's done better than what I could, what we could do here. Well, so so I don't feel too bad about it, but I don't hate Star Wars. I just don't have the knowledge of it that I can to discuss it long-term intelligently. And I'm sorry, there is a lot of gray.
Yeah, if I may briefly adding on to that, it's again, like I'm a huge Star Wars fan too. And I think that our main gripe with it is that because of the color scheme, the color palette of the designs, they just sometimes make for less appealing Lego sets, not in the design of the set itself, but as far as a parts pack, because again, gray is, sort of ubiquitous, but it's not a bad thing necessarily. It just makes for, less appealing content to some of us who are interested in a wider color palette. But
well, you can do what you did, right? And
right.
Like, color it up, or like TK Bricks, for example, if you go to his IG page, like he takes all of the larger ships and digitally redesigns them with color. So I would check out his for sure. But I agree. I would totally add color.
Well, I'm 100% with Patrick Wismer here. I think there's no reason to gatekeep, on this stuff. Like, not every theme is going to speak to me, but I'm not like, I don't like it, so no one should like it. We've talked a lot about that on the stream. Like, as fans, it's not like my flavor isn't the only way to enjoy Lego.
Right. Well, and then that is I think a trend that we see a lot of, especially on, the interwebs and among fandoms, is that, I like it, so you should like it too. And if you don't like it, then you suck, basically.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, even Eric and I are good examples of different kinds of Star Wars fans. We're both huge fans of Star Wars, but he's got the trivia, and the like, he knows the ins and outs, and especially the vintage stuff. Like, he's all about that. And I'm just a general, like, I really enjoy watching the movies fan. Like, I don't need to know. I mean, never mind that I have won a few Star Wars trivias from time to time, but that's neither here nor there. But like, yeah, I know, but I don't feel the need to know every little detail about it to enjoy it, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to be a super fan.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of our time here is spent championing for themes that other people might find are underdogs, whether it's Belleville and Scala or Fabuland or Monkey Kid. Yeah, like Galador, right?
Say the G word.
I'll say it. I love Galador. The weirder, the better.
I love that Galador is in the new modular. That's so hilarious.
Oh, that's right. There's like one of the art pieces, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the Picasso tile. Oh my god. So good. So good.
And not just Galador, the McDonald's polybag Galador, which is objectively the most terrifying Galador.
Yeah, so Monica asked if we were going to share more of the holiday mashups, and we're going to do that right next Friday, or this Friday, Christmas Eve day.
Yeah, we're going to share some of them on the Christmas Eve show. Sorry, I'm trying to get something up right now. And
Kate, you said you were going to let us see yours in real time, right? Your awesome spider one.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to make this work, and my computer is kind of being a jerk right now. So give me just 1 minute. Please talk amongst yourselves while I try to figure this out.
We're gonna do the live on my Instagram at 1 p.m. Pacific. So that's when, Monica, if you wanted to jump on the stream with us, and I have you guys just show off whatever you build and you talk about it. It's really your platform to show off what you want. So that's super fun. It's a really good time. We always have a lot of fun. And then this coming Friday, we're gonna Flynn and Richard and I are gonna create like theme categories for all the builds, and then show like 1, maybe 2 of our favorites from each of the like themes that we come up with. So,
all right, Kate. So what are the hashtags for sharing our?
Dawn came up with an awesome one actually. So hashtag holiday the crap out of it, or holiday the heck out of it is one of them. And then let's build a holiday mashup is the main one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have Kate's model up here now, finally. Sorry about that. It's just computer being weird. But here we go. I know Holly's going to appreciate this one.
Oh no.
Most underrated.
Yay! I love it.
So tell us a little bit about it, Kate.
So I took the Spider Queen Monkey Kid set from this past year, and I have to say I love Monkey Kid. I love Ninjago. I think everybody knows that. I love Ninjago so much. And like as I was building this, I think Monkey Kid definitely has Ninjago-esque qualities to it. A lot of their sets do. Parts use, all of it. So as I was building it, before I added the green, it started to take a very Ninjago-esque look, especially with over the awning part right underneath her, as well as some other pieces of it. And then it also had like a Alice in Wonderland type vibe going on before I added the green. So I added the green. I was going to do just straight candy cane, but it didn't look as holiday as I would have liked it to be. So I added some dark green to it. But so I took, for the minifig, it's Santa or Mrs. Claus's body, and then her head with her crown. And then she's captured the poor gingerbread man and his wife. So the wife is actually in the jail cell underneath. As you open up the back, she's in there. And then Mrs. Claus's head is on a table in there too. It's a little dark. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to show the other pictures, and it's really being a problem. But I will say, check out Instagram. Check out Kate's Instagram for more photos, and also, of course, check out the stream, the live
I was
show.
going to ask if you had it on hand. There we go.
There we go. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
As you open this up.
Wow, that is a major rebuild.
I couldn't believe that it was real. When I saw it, I thought it was going to be a render. That's so incredible.
You pull this up and she's inside. I'm trying to do this backwards. It's really hard.
Wow, how did you just happen to have those giant quarter rounds in red? That's pretty cool.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
I didn't. I ordered those. I ordered some pieces, like some of these, the outside pieces I definitely didn't have.
Hey, so Roger's here. Hi, Roger.
Planning and preparation. I am impressed.
But yeah, it's like I knew I wanted to do this no matter what. And so,
gosh. The only thing that would be more perfect is if these stickers, if they had these green and black. So this is what the original looks like. For anyone that maybe hasn't seen it, this is what she modified. If these stripes existed in like red and white, so you could
like candy cane stickers.
Totally. I ordered the white pieces just for the legs, and then I kind of did my own design on the side because they have studs on them. So that was nice. Ooh,
casualty.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
But I like the little elves, or little minions.
So good.
I gotta say, you embraced the challenge.
For sure. And I love all
friends,
spooky, just like you guys. So I was
yes,
I had to do something a little spooky and dark. It's just
I was gonna do Monster Fight. Originally, I wanted to do Monster Fighters, the Monster Fighters haunted house, and then when I got
it was all about the sleigh.
It was all about the sleigh. Like as soon as I was like, no, I need the Mystery Machine to be the sleigh. Like then it all kind of went that way.
We have an idea. My son came up with. We discussed in the car yesterday because I thought I was going to get to building something yesterday, but then our whole day was consumed with just putting the Winter Village stuff out and like rebuilding all that.
That's our today. That's today.
Yeah, but we talked about it in the car and we did come up with a pretty good idea between the two of us. So we will try to put at least something small together in the week. Awesome. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Well, we have had such a good time that we've gone way over time, and also we need to like have a little bit a little bit of food before we go launch into the Instagram Live, which will be happening in just about an hour. Over on Instagram, as the name Instagram Live suggests. We will be over on Instagram on Kate's account. So make sure that you are following BrickHuntress. If you haven't uploaded your images yet, do it now. And we'll be taking a look at those later. And of course, on Friday for our Christmas Eve show. Just a reminder, we will not be here next Sunday. This is the last, if you didn't see the title, last Sunday group show for 2021. It's been a blast, although I expect maybe we might see a couple of these people on our Friday, very last show of the year on Friday, December 31st. If some people aren't working, perhaps I might be able to coax them into coming and hanging out with us on that last Friday. Should be fun, and we'll have a lot to talk about, a lot to look at. Like I thought about making this one where we kind of like look back and reflected on the last year, but really like there's still a couple weeks to go, and I think we can do that on that Friday show. We'll be talking a lot about like the challenges that we did over the last year, all of the different guests that we've had on over the last year, and it's quite a list. I was looking at it the other day, and I was really blown away by the number of guests we've had on Sundays. It's been really cool. So,
I just can't help. I have to ask right now. I don't think we've seen this amazing T-Rex behind you before, Kate. Is that new? I don't think I've seen that before.
It was from my Let's Build a Jurassic World challenge. Sometimes I do a bigger piece.
The lighting effect is crazy.
And then
it's really cool.
Right here. Yeah, so I added just their craft lights from Michael's. And it has like a setting on it to make it look candlelit. So it's on that setting right now.
That's great.
And then it goes all the way down. I hit and I hide like fun pieces in all my builds. So this one has like hidden search and finds of Jurassic Park themed pieces. So like if you see it at a show, I always have like a little placard that has all the pieces to find in it. So the kids and adults really like that interactive piece. But this one won at BrickCon this year for best 2D or best art, whatever you want to call it.
As it should have.
Very cool. Why. All right, friends. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We will be back next year with the first Sunday Lego group chat of the year, which will actually be on January 2nd. Which is pretty much the start of the year. We're ending the year and start your year with the Tricky Bricks Build and Chat. It'll be great to see you all. Super appreciate you all being here. Thanks to everybody, to our mods, everybody who does work behind the scenes, and all of you just for coming and showing up and hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Happy holidays to everybody. We will see you Friday on Christmas Eve. I will also be, of course, on Twitch on Tuesdays from 3 to 5 as part of the Raid Train, building who knows what this week. It's always a mystery. I decide about 5 minutes before I sit down, but it should be a good time. So goodbye, everybody. And until next time, don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wear your mask when and where you still need to, get that vaccine, get that booster, and we will see you in just about an hour over on Instagram Live. Bye, everyone.
Happy building.
Bye.
Bye.